You're watching Let the Quran Speak. Now we answer questions we've received from you, our viewers. If you have a question yourself, please visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com. Okay, Brother Shabir, this is a question from someone who says, I grew up Jewish and have been practicing Islam for a few months, and I find many similarities and very few differences. So can you comment on those similarities and differences?
Yes, there are many similarities, and this has to do with the fact that we share a common religious history in terms of the revelation from God through many prophets and important figures throughout time. We have, for example, in the Quran, the story of the creation of Adam and the flood of Noah and the story of Abraham and his children. We have the story of Moses, who features very prominently in the Quran. Moses, in fact, is mentioned more than any other prophet in the Quran, many more times than the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is mentioned in the Quran. And we have many of the prophets spoken about. We have David, who is mentioned in the Bible as a king, and Solomon, another king in the Bible, but they are mentioned as prophets in the Quran. And so the Quran, in fact, enjoins upon Muslims to believe in all of these prophets. And these prophets are held to be very important people in Judaism and in the Hebrew Bible, which our Christian friends refer to as the Old Testament.
So we have many of the same stories, many of the same important religious figures. What else is in common?
The belief system in that the Torah insists that there is only one God, the Shema Israel, in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, which our Jewish friends are required to keep always in the forefront of their minds. This clearly declares that there is only one God, and this is the declaration in the Quran as well. In the second chapter of the Quran, in the 163rd verse, it says, وَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ الرَّحْمَنُ الرَّحِيمُ. And your God is only one God. There is no God but Him, the Beneficent, the Merciful One. So this seems to parallel the Deuteronomy passage, which is so important to the teaching of the Old Testament.
Very quickly, what is different between Judaism and Islam?
The main difference seems to be that the Muslims and Islam has accepted Jesus, on whom be peace, as a prophet and God's Messiah, and subsequent to him, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as a prophet and messenger of God. Whereas Judaism generally does not accept these two figures as teachers from God.
So are practices different between Jews and Muslims?
In fact, many of the practices are remarkably similar, but when it comes to details of the practices, we may find, like the Muslim fast, some details of it are different. The Muslim prayer, some details of it are different.
All right, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you, Brother Shabir.
You're welcome.
That's all the time we have. Visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com, and check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/QuranSpeaks. As always, please continue to write to us. Your comments and questions help guide the show. I'm Shabir Ally. For all of us here at Let the Quran Speak, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.